about 2 years, or maybe a year and a half, to be ready to recruit for your junior internships. It's not much time. I offer you 3 things that you might consider. Learn, lead, and connect. Interviewers want to see you be passionate about finance. If you can come in and have a conversation about what's happening with the economy, if you can say, oh, I have been an analyst following consumer discretionary sector for 2 years now, that's going to get you much farther ahead than the competition.
We would like to welcome them all up to the stage. We want to give them as much time as possible because these are the people you want to hear. These are the people who are working and will tell you everything you need to know about any career you want to go into.
So without further ado, let's welcome our alumni panel to the stage.
With that being said, it's probably in your best interest to just be strategic, kind of like what was mentioned before in terms of thinking about the long-term goal and where you want to be in 5 to 10 years.
I actually had someone who was recruiting for an analyst position say this to me, and I thought it was really profound, but they viewed their analyst role as kind of like a 2-year extension of their education, which I thought was a really unique way to look at that 2-year period. And it was their way of like getting perspective about what their job was. They viewed it more as, look, the hours are going to be long, but this is the time for me to learn and really grow and really expand my understanding of how finance works.
You know, the networking piece. So obviously it's not the actual application, but that's you know, arguably the more important part.
One thing I would say is like hone your skill sets, like your strong skill sets, but also be able to identify the people who can help augment your weaknesses. So what I mean by that is like if you're really, really strong at financial modeling, but you may not be as strong in like the processes of like how to get something done, identify that person that can also kind of like help you with that. So kind of like knowledge sharing and becoming like a subject matter expert in something, I think is something that will definitely differentiate you. So that's something that I think is a valuable skill set to have.
I tried my best to say yes to everything, even if it was virtual and it was going to be a little bit uncomfortable to network via Zoom. I tried to leverage connections I would have in my classes. Whenever we have guest speakers, I would try to send them an email, see if I could get 15 minutes with them just to chat over Zoom about their job, about their career path.
Going back to kind of why I was interested in the first place and reminding myself of that, especially when the hours are a little bit longer. And for me, it's really about learning about different companies and different industries and just
like the first step is getting the interview, and it's really exciting to make sure that you're preparing and practicing sort of what you're going to say, so you sound a little bit more confident in the interview, so you don't sound nervous, and you know what you're talking about. You have kind of stories prepped for the questions that they're going to ask you. Before I got my job at Sony, I think I practiced with my roommate like just a general interview like 4 or 5 different times, just so I was really confident going into it and felt good about what I had to say.
The internet is a fantastic resource, and you know, it's only getting more useful with developments of Gen AI and you know, ChatGPT, and so information is available kind of at the flip of a finger, and you know, I think that's a phenomenal resource, and learning how to harness that and leverage it in your careers is really valuable as well.
Just in the different kind of in subsectors that they're in specifically. So like we've got radiology companies, like eye care companies. There's just so many different types, and I feel like I'm still learning every single day, and I think that's what makes me most interested in my job.
When you go to business school, 100% of you getting a job, 75% of you getting a job is all about the people you meet and those relationships that you develop there.